question I get asked a lot, and my stock answer tends to be some form of deflection.
Nah, they're all my favorite. What would you pick? Hold on, hello? Yes, Supreme Counselor?
So today I'm gonna tackle this impossible question head on with the goal of helping you find your one and only, or your next bike, which I think you deserve it. You work hard. To help make this decision, I'll use these 3 criteria to inform my choice. Terrain, type of experience you'd like to have, and the weather in your area. Let's talk about terrain. Consider what type of terrain you have around you. Do you live deep in the city, like in New York, where there's pavement as far as the eye can see? Or do you live in a place like Bend, Oregon, that has over 300 miles of single track within the city limits? Which, interestingly, is the most of any city in America. The difference between these 2 places is going to have dramatically different bike choices. I live in Portland, Oregon, which has plenty of road riding from town, and in every single direction, there's endless amounts of fire roads, single track, and gravel, which are accessible by driving or riding, depending on how dedicated you are. Which leads to the second criteria, type of experience you're looking to have. For better or worse, I love all aspects of cycling. On any given week, I'll go for a road ride, commute into town, and bob around in the trees on a mountain bike, which is why this decision is so difficult to make. Did you know that marginal gains is actually a positive statement? Yeah, it means small incremental gains spread out over time for big results. I always thought it was like a derogatory statement. Yeah. If you would like your marginal gains, they're exclusively available in the EBD Gear Shop, the greatest place on the internet. Yep, that's it. Let it be known that I am a dedicated follower of the divine equation known simply as N+1, which I will attempt to unpack this complex philosophy as simply as possible. Take the number of bikes you currently own represented by the letter N. Add the remainder of this mythical equation, and the resulting number is the amount of bikes you should own moving forward. This is the way. I find the variety of experiences on the bike enriches my passion for cycling, keeping it infinitely interesting. Honing in on what you will realistically be spending the bulk of your time doing will really help decide what this core bike will be. 42% of my time in the trees, that means 36% of the time will be spent on the road, which leaves 20%. Consider the things that you will actually or already spend the bulk of your time riding. For example, if you live in a city and the closest mountain bike trails are 20 miles away and you don't own a vehicle, a mountain bike might not be the best choice. Although if you spend a bulk of that time riding road to get out of the city for the occasional dirt, an all-road bike could be the perfect match. The next metric to consider is weather in your area. Do you get blasted with 4 feet of snow each season? Or is your weather stable, and the only season is how much daylight changes throughout the year? And where I live, it rains 164 days a year. That's pretty much half the year wet. So whatever bike I choose needs to be able to mount fenders.
Everything's wet.
Because otherwise I'd only be able to ride it half a year. All right, let's put this all together. I live in the city, but I own a car. I'm willing to drive to the ride, but several days during the week, I like to go on road rides. And it rains more than half of the year where I live. So, if I was to pick one and only one bike, based off of the bikes I already own, I think it would have to be my Villier DCO, Disruptive Commotion Overlay. It's a carbon fiber gravel bike. I know it's plastic, which means it won't rust in the rain. It's gonna be around for a million years. It's a comfortable ride, it's light, Very capable on and off-road. It fits full fenders with Zip 101 Explore wheels, mounted up with Pirelli 700 by 45 tires. It's got SRAM access components. It's set up 1x with a big old eagle on the back. Plus, it's got a wireless dropper, which I love. Can't get enough of it. Made a whole video about it. For commuting, I would just have to use 2 locks. And if I was super savvy, I'd have 2 wheel sets. 700 by 32s for the road and occasional off-road, and 650 by 48 for when things get out of hand. I like it when they get out of hand. And I'm curious, what would your one and only be? Or would whiz? And if I didn't already have a bike to choose from, I would probably choose this bike with a carbon fork. Although that Rudy was pretty remarkable. Maybe, I'm getting decision fatigue. Congratulations for making it to the end of the video. You have just unlocked 3 solid minutes of gravel bike POV excitement on the DCO. It just seemed fitting. We'll see you on the other side.
So much dynamic range. Well, that was like a trail puzzle in a good way.